Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to review The Real Housewives of Lagos Season 3, Episode 3. This episode starts with Mariam and Laura going to see Diadem in Beauty by AD, right? And honestly, it is in this episode that we really see the interiors of Diadem's place. And honestly, it's very beautiful. Like, for what I'm seeing on the cameras, right, the place is very beautiful. Even Mariam and Laura compliment it as well. Like, the story is very girly. I like it has this girly touch, very pinky, very, everything, the makeup and stuff. All the way she even arranged it, the interior designs, the couch, the throw pillows. Like, it was really beautiful. And I liked Diadem's outfit in the diary room, that suit with the white lace on it and the hat, like, oh my god, it was just giving classy. I really liked it. So when Diadem comes to welcome Mariam and Laura, Mariam is wearing this outfit with her, what did she call them? So in the previous episodes with her girls, is it Star and Sky or something? There was a way she named them. So Diadem just remarks like, this is your outfit, wow. And she says, yes, as I don't have yash. Mariam mentions the yash again. As I don't have yash now, so let me show what out. Oh yeah, at this point to me, this issue of not having yash with Mariam is even funny. Then they go upstairs to see the remaining parts of the store, right? And then they sit together and they start having their discussion. And yes, also let me comment on Laura's outfit in diary room. The outfit, I was like, Kilo Day, Laura, Kilo Day. I like the color. It's just the flower decoration to me was a bit too much. But anyways, fashion. I don't think I know high fashion that much. So it's okay. That's all I'll just say. Laura in the diary room mentions that fortunately she and Diadem do not do the same type of business. Like, Laura explains that she's a retailer, like meaning that she sells different products. She buys from producers and she sells the different products. Like she explained rightly, her shop is like Sephora in Nigeria. Whereas Diadem is actually a producer, so they are not into the same type of business. And she was really happy about that. And I too am happy about that. That was one of my main concerns from episode 1. So Diadem brought up the case of Laura accepting Carol's apology at Miriam's tea party. And while they are discussing it, I think I see Diadem is serving them champagne, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm actually very impressed because the conversation came up twice.
Before I came?
Yeah, no, not before you came. Because in my head, I'm like, okay, there must be something.
I think that's champagne that Diadem is serving them in that store. So they all drink glasses of champagne.
Happened. And you're married and you have kids.
I'm saying this here because I'm coming back to these points that I'm making now. But if I'm not mistaken, I think it's champagne that I can see Diadem serving them and they are drinking because I saw them drinking it. So I'll get back to this later. Diadem was like, she's really happy about the way Laura accepted Caroline's apology, and somehow yet again in this discussion, the issue of Diadem and Dabuta's relationship come up once again. And once again, Diadem explains that the thing between she and Dabuta is that they do business together because they do the same type of business. So Diadem asks if Laura is quick to say sorry, and Laura says no, she is not quick to. She doesn't say sorry, but she can accept someone's apology. Wow, that statement was quite contradicting to me. I don't know. I don't understand what Laura means. Maybe she gets to explain what she means better in some other episode. But for me, it was a contradictory statement. And then Mariam asks if Laura believes that she also owes Carol an apology. And Laura says, okay, because Caroline has come to apologize in public, she is ready to have a personal discussion with Caroline about that issue. So maybe off cameras, Laura is also going to tender an apology to Caroline. That's what I think. In Diadem's space, I really like this Miriam scorecard. It really fits her face. As we are watching this part in Diadem's space, it shows Carol in her Lekki branch of her Airbnb. Carol has this Airbnb and she's at the Lekki branch. And she's showing us the interior decoration. She's into interiors, right? So she's showing us the space and the way she designed the room. And Elizabeth comes to see Carol in this Airbnb. In the diary room, Carol explains how she left her marriage without anything. And now she's richer in assets and better than when she had left her marriage. And she's really proud of that. And I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her. That's what I call accomplishment. At the Diadem store, right, there's this employee who comes to deliver flowers and a bag with gifts in it to Diadem. And I don't know if I'm not saying it well, but because I played that scene like up to 4 times to get the face of this employee who came to drop these things. And to me, that employee looks like Diadem's elder sister.
Check out one way. Yeah. Wonder.
Smell it
inside the bag. Yeah.
Can I help you? Nice.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I'm mistaken. They look alike. I don't want to say it's her elder sister, but they look alike to me. This employee drops this stuff, these flowers and this bag with these gifts and stuff. And in the gift bag, there's perfume, there's a card. So Diadem reads the letter. This is why Laura and Mariam are still there. So Diadem reads the letter. And when I watched this scene, I was a bit confused. Because if I remember very well from episode 2, when Mariam personally asked Diadem if she was dating, Diadem said yes, she has someone in her life. And then the issue came up at Miriam's tea party. Diadem said no, she's not dating. And here we are again. a particular boyfriend is sending her this stuff. Like, which one is it? Like, dear them, which one is it? I'm confused at this point. Are you dating or are you not dating? That was the first thing I thought. Then the second thing I thought is,
flower. He purposely schedules the fact that Lola and I will be around for you to deliver flower and perfumes. No. You have to tell us because you could have opened it in your office after I left. So if you don't want me to ask questions, you will not open it in front of me.
if I even like the way Miriam said it, I agree with Miriam. This one is not being nosy again. Just exactly the way Miriam put it. It's not about being nosy. They have to know. They are supposed to know. Because why would this thing be delivered the time that they were there in your space, right? So I agree with Miriam 100%. And in the store, there was this funny thing Miriam said.
The single must breed.
I was just laughing. Miriam, who is the single? Miriam, who is the single that wants they are there to allow to breathe? Like, is it you? Miriam is funny. So, Diadem was telling them that she has an event coming up Friday of that week and that she wants them to dress Afrocentric, but she emphasized nobody must come with gilly. Diadem emphasized, I heard it very well, nobody must come with gilly.
No gilly, no gilly.
To her event. Please, let's take notes because it's going to come up later. And the same goes to where Carol is discussing with Elizabeth and she's telling Elizabeth everything that happened at Mariam's tea party, how she met Laura, how she'd apologized and stuff. She even told Elizabeth that she also wants to host the ladies to an event so that they can get to talk about their businesses and exchange business contact. And yes, this is what I want to hear. Like, right, I was really happy that Caroline was bringing this up because I believe that should be the basis of your coming together, is to share business contacts so that you can be doing business between each other, not just fighting. So I was really happy that Caroline mentioned this, and that's where the scene ends. So we're then shown Caroline. Caroline goes to see Dabuta in her house, and Caroline is explaining that actually Dabuta was supposed to come to her house, but Dabuta has sprained her ankle, so she couldn't come. So Caroline then goes to Dabuta's house. When Dabuta goes to receive Carol at the door, right? That was when I noticed the yash that Mariam was talking about. And I was like, okay, Mariam is okay. I understand why you keep bringing up the yash. It's cool. Caroline and Dabuta, the seats. Caroline requests for tea. Dabuta offers tea and snacks. It was even an elaborate tea and snack. Like, it was so elaborate. Like, wow. Dabuta is a good host. That's what I can say. Caroline and Dabuta, they get to discussing, how they met and what they discussed that back then. And, Dabuta reveals a little bit of the issues she had with blogs, right? Caroline too also talks about her own experience with blogs as well. The both of them, they had their daughters. Like, the blogs were carrying out news about their daughters when they were like really, really little. So I love what Caroline explained in the diary room.
It's quite unfortunate that the same way armed robbers use guns to kill and kidnappers use guns to kill, journalists can also use their pen to destroy, or their keypads to destroy an innocent life.
I really like that this was emphasized. So, we see what the media does to people, right? Sometimes there's this story that is being written and everybody believes it, and then we just see later that it was all made up and stuff, but the person's reputation has been damaged. We've seen this thing happen over and over again. So I really like that Caroline emphasized this stuff. Some part of me actually wished that there was a way Caroline and Dabuta would, get together and to sensitize the media on the effects of this kind of stuff they are talking about, the effect of damaging people's reputation or carrying out fake news and all this stuff. And they get other celebrities as well to relate their experiences, and so that just to sensitize the environment. And we see that all this kind of, because honestly, all this type of news is not really, really needed. So anyway, moving on. Dabuta also mentions that she was expecting a warmer response from Laura. That's after Caroline had apologized. But Caroline explains that Laura's response isn't what matters. What matters was that she was able to apologize and the apology had been accepted. So she's actually okay with it and she's not going to pursue it. That was a good one. When Caroline was about to leave, Caroline made a statement in the diary room that she was surprised that Dabuta didn't eat anything that Dabuta had offered her. And this kind of thing, I'm trying to put myself in Dabuta's shoes. If it were me too, I won't eat. It's somehow, this kind of thing, it depends on how you see it. Different people have their own different views, right? Like, someone comes to visit me, I offer them food, and then I take my spoon and I take my fork and I start to dig into what I offered my guests. It will look somehow to me. But maybe to some other people, it might not really mean anything. But to some other people, it's a big deal. I see it like Dabuta is trying to be polite and she has manners. Let me just say, it's just clash of ideology. That's how I put it. That's what's happening. There's clash of ideology. It's not. I don't think it should be a big deal. So the next thing, we see Dabuta and Rina, her daughter, with their dog Richie. They go to this vet center. They get the dog cleaned up, checked up, and all this stuff. And there, Dabuta tells Rina that she's going to be traveling for some days. And she explains that she'd leave Rina with either her mother or her sister. The next thing, we see Laura goes to this spa. She meets up with Erica Moore. Erica Moore is a designer. I remember from episode 1, Laura had mentioned Erica Moore. When Dabuta came to her store in episode 1, she looked at Dabuta's outfit and said, "Oh, you are wearing Erica Moore." So that's where I remembered Erica Moore from. So we see this designer here in this episode. Laura and Erica Moore go to the massage room. And we see 2 bottles of drink. I'm assuming champagne. because the episode I watched, it was blurred out, so I'm assuming that champagne that's there, 2 bottles. And then Laura mentions the weirdest thing to me,
I don't know when I don't drink, but I get very excited when I see drinks.
and I'm like confused because, like I mentioned earlier, in the Adam store, the Adam offered them champagne, and Laura drank it.
Happened, and you're married and you have kids.
So what happened between that time that Laura drank it in the Adam store and now that she's saying she doesn't drink? I was really confused. I don't know if somebody can help me out here. Maybe what the Adam gave them is not drinks. I don't know. I'm confused. But anyway, Laura and Erica, they are discussing. Laura is telling Erica about the women, what they do, and what she feels about them and stuff. Erica praises Dabuta a lot because they've worked together. She says Dabuta is a nice, polite person and whatnot. So I want to take Erica's word for it, right? And funny thing, just before the people who come to give them the massage, just before they start, I catch a glimpse of Laura. I'm really confused, but I'm like, but you just stated it now that you don't drink. And in the same scene again, you are holding this. What's going on? Somebody please help me. What's going on? Sometimes that's the issue with all these reality TVs. It's heavily edited. That's the problem. Reality TVs are heavily edited. So I don't know, maybe the statement Laura made about she doesn't drink, maybe it was caught some other, but maybe she was explaining the circumstances, or maybe she had explained the circumstances that she doesn't drink. It might have been edited out, because it's crazy to me that someone will just mention that they don't drink and then immediately take a glass of the drink in their hand. It's contradictory. The next thing, Diadem and Dabuta meet up at Botanica restaurant, to chat. And Diadem mentions that people have been asking her about her relationship with Dabuta, And she says she's telling Dabuta because she wants to know if people also ask Dabuta about her Diadem from Dabuta. And in the diary room, there's this statement Dabuta made rather.
I'm not easily approachable, let alone to approach me with mindless, irrelevant, very unimportant, none of your business type of conversation.
Made me believe that nobody has ever asked her about Diadem. Am I right? That's the way I've interpreted that statement. The question is, why is everybody asking Diadem about Dabuta? Diadem asked Dabuta what she feels about Miriam's statements of, "Are you single?" I know Dabuta was like, okay, because Miriam had apologized, she had let it go, she doesn't really think much about it anymore. Although she still explained the word vomit concept again in this episode, but she had let it go. Then Diadem again tells Dabuta that she received flowers from a guy. And it just like what I thought, Dabuta asked her, but you said that you were single. And the weirdest explanation that Diadem gives is that it's because everybody was saying they were single at Miriam's tea party. That's why I also said I was single. Hello. I was confused, like, why are you flowing with the crowd? I don't know if you understand. If you're in a relationship, you say you're in a relationship. Why are you saying that you're single? Like, why? Why do you need to follow everybody? Because everybody is saying, and if I remember correctly, it was not everybody who said they were single, because I remember specifically Carol mentioned that she was seeing someone. And Mariam is married, and Laura is married. So who is everyone was saying that they were single that she's talking about? The only person that said she was single is Dabuta. Dabuta is the only person that has been saying from the beginning of this season that she's single. So what does she mean by everyone was saying that they were single? And if everybody is saying that they are single and you are not, why are you following them? Why are you following the crowd? Like, honestly, I'm using this issue of the Diadem's relationship. I get more confused as time goes on. I get more confused. Hopefully, Diadem will explain it perfectly to us in the future. So, Diadem is trying to convince Dabuta, to pursue a relationship. And Dabuta is explaining that she wants to use this time to dedicate herself to her work. But Diadem is explaining, but you can still have a relationship alongside. And you don't need to convince anybody, Diadem, there. You don't need to. When Dabuta is ready, she will do it. She's a grown woman. She knows what she wants. When she's ready, she will do it. I don't think there's any adult that cannot multitask, but she has her own reason. So please, anyway, I like that they didn't discuss that issue for long. So the next thing is Diadem's day. It's the day of her event. The venue of her event is Dolly's, and I really like the decoration of the venue. From outside, you can see flowers, flowery decorations, and then I also like the entrance when they were climbing to go upstairs. The whole place was just decorated with flowers. I really liked it. And what can I say about Diadem's outfits? Honestly, I don't know what to say, because at first when I saw the outfit, I didn't really understand it. It was when the camera came close up, when it came close to her, that I got what was happening. And I now understood the threads, the yarn that they used to make the outfit. But I don't know how to rate outfit. Honestly, I don't know how to rate outfit. It's not bad. Our outfit is not bad, but like I said, I don't really understand high fashion. So let's just leave it at that. when the Adem gets into the sports, the main sport that the event is happening, right? She's welcomed by this live band. And wow, I think it's the first time that they are featuring live band on this show. So it gave me a different feel. I felt different about it, and I was really happy that something different is occurring this season, the live band, and really, really, really good. The way they were praising the Adem, beating the drums, and I felt like dancing with her, and then the Adem brings out this stuff, she was spraying money. So the way the money looked from far, it looked like 200 naira. This new 200 naira note, it looked like the new 200. So she was spraying it, and then it was when the camera came close that I saw that it wasn't 200 naira, and I didn't understand what I was seeing. I was saying there was this picture with 200 written on it, and then that's why Diadem explains to us that because of this naira abuse issue, she decided to print her own Diadem dollars. Wow, I really like that idea. That's a very, very wonderful idea. So Amaka is the next person to arrive, and Diadem explains who Amaka is to her. So Amaka's child and Diadem's child go to the same school, and that's how they know each other. They do play days together. They help each other with pickups and stuff. So it's like fellow mom, fellow parents kind of relationship. And so we see Diadem call Amaka to the side and tell Amaka that because she's going to be busy with the event, she wants Amaka to be her eyes and ears. She wants Amaka to notice everybody's body language, and she wants to hear if there's any gossip about her, she wants Amaka to hear it for her so that Amaka can tell her about it later. How did I feel about this? Honestly, I was surprised. Because I don't know why. I'm trying to imagine why that should be an issue. Why do you care what people say? Why do you care about gossip that's going on around you, right? Like I mentioned in the previous review, in episode 2 review, like there are some things I don't expect from grown women. Gossip is a natural thing. And for people to sit together and gossip about you, it means that you are doing something right. So why will you say, like you literally employ this person to listen to what people want to say about you behind your back? And so if Amaka tells you now, then and so, some things are not necessary, honestly. Some things are not necessary. Like, that's also what I believe. Life can be easier than the way we make it seem. If you personally don't give 2 Fs about what people are saying behind your back, this shouldn't be an issue. So Dabuta is the next person that arrives, and Dabuta has its Ankara gown infused with this black. I don't know if it's fast, but it's black, and I was seeing it from far, but this black stuff. Okay, Dabuta's outfit is good. Caroline is the person that arrives next, and I love Caroline's outfit the most. There's also Ankara as well, but it's this Ankara floral, girly kind of gown. I really, really liked it. So Dabuta suffers a wardrobe malfunction. Her dress is ripped while she's there, and she tells Diadem about it. Carol mentions to the housewives that she actually sang 2 songs in America, but she never got to release them. And when they asked her why, and she said when she returned to Nigeria, the songs were like the butt of jokes, right? And then Diadem in the diary room is saying that she's saying that Caroline is probably not proud of her song. I didn't see it as that. From what I understand from what Caroline said, the song was bad, and she didn't want to force it. Like, she knew people had, like, from feedback that she got, the song was not good enough. So she just decided not to pursue it, right? Not that she's not proud. I don't know if you get that kind of stuff. She has decided not to release that and probably improve on it. Like, some of these comments. Anyway, that's what reality TV is about, right? It's about trying to stir up drama where it's not really needed. That comment was not necessary from Diadem. I really enjoyed this scene a lot. This Diadem's event, like this scene, I really, it reminds me of season 1. The scene where the housewives all went to Miriam's house and they were dancing at Miriam's, was it veranda or balcony? Or where they were just dancing in Miriam's house. They were dancing to this Adekunle Gold song. It was a really, really happy vibe. So that's what this reminds me about. Here they are dancing again together. I felt like dancing with them. It was a very, very happy moment, and I really, really liked it. Laura is the next person that arrives, and Diadem says that Laura's outfit is the best among the housewives. So, and then Laura gets to the dance floor and she's really giving them moves. Anyway, we all know Laura now. Laura dances a lot and she's very good at dancing. Then finally, Mariam arrives with the gilly. And you see, Mariam's outfit. Not only did she arrive with gilly, she arrived with a train. Now, Mariam, you're not attending a wedding. When I just saw the outfit, I was like, this outfit, she probably wore it to somebody's wedding. Because what is this? This is not what you expected to wear. And immediately Mariam got there, the people in the live band, they were singing with her name. And she was saying with pride that this is not her first time of coming there, so they know her very well. That's why they're saying, you see, they called her name, they know her into two. That's why they called her name. It was just funny. And she was just dancing and stuff. Even the Diadem wasn't happy that Mariam came with the gilly. But anyway, they didn't make it an issue there. Mariam was greeting everybody. Everybody stood up to greet her, but Dabuta sat to greet her. And Mariam mistook it to be that Dabuta is still angry at her because of they are still single statements. But if you remember, I mentioned that Dabuta suffered wardrobe malfunction. Her gown is ripped, so that's why she didn't get up. But Mariam didn't understand. Look, that's how things happen in this life. This is just a simple example of how misunderstanding occurs. So after some time, Dabuta gets up, and you can even see that someone is standing behind Dabuta and holding her. She's going out. Right, that's to cover the mess that the gown has become. But when Mariam saw that, Mariam thought that Dabuta was leaving and she didn't even bother to greet anybody. You see how misunderstanding happens. But after some time, Dabuta comes back in with a different gown and the yarn showed again.
Shake your body.
So yes, I'm cool with Miriam talking about the yash henceforth because I've seen what Miriam was saying. Miriam keep talking about the yash, she's okay. And they just have fun dancing and stuff. So that's where this episode ends. So let's see what's going to happen in episode 4. That's all for now. See you in the next episode. Bye.
So, Dabuta, this is what I think about this outfit that you just changed to.